Peace be upon you, dear listeners. Today, we'll explore a powerful, heart-touching story from the golden age of Islamic spirituality, the story of Bishr al-Hafi, a man whose entire life changed through a simple, sincere act of respect for the name of Allah. This is not just a story, but a timeless reminder of Allah's mercy, the path of repentance, and the beauty of humility. 1. Chapter: The Lost Life of Bishr. Bishr was a wealthy and well-known man living in Baghdad. He had everything: money, status, influence, but lived a life far from the path of Allah. He indulged in pleasures, hosted lavish parties, drank wine, and cared little about his Creator. Yet, deep inside, his heart was restless. He was searching, not for wealth or fame, but for something that would fill the void in his soul. That something was divine connection, faith, and sincerity. 2. Chapter: The Piece of Paper. One night, Bishr left one of his parties, drunk and unstable. While walking down a dimly lit street, he noticed a piece of paper on the ground. He bent down and picked it up. Written on it were the words, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Even in his intoxicated state, his heart trembled. He took the paper home, cleaned it gently, perfumed it with musk, and placed it on a high shelf. That night, a righteous scholar had a dream. In the dream, Allah said, "Tell Bishr, because he honored my name, I will honor him in both this life and the next. He perfumed my name, and I will purify his heart." 3. Chapter: The Call to Repentance. The next morning, the scholar immediately set out to find Bishr. When he arrived at his grand home, he asked the people, "Who lives here?" They replied, "This is the house of Bishr." He asked again, "Which Bishr?" They said, "Bishr al-Hafi, the barefooted." Curious, he asked, "Why is he called al-Hafi?" They responded, "Because since the day he repented, he never wore shoes again. He returned to his Lord barefoot and wanted to always remember that moment." The scholar entered and found Bishr in tears. His heart was now filled with light. His journey of repentance had already begun. 4. Chapter: The Life of Zud. Bishr gave up his former life of wealth and luxury. He chose a life of zuhud, asceticism and humility. He wandered the streets of Baghdad barefoot, not out of poverty, but as a sign of his transformation. People asked him, "Why don't you wear shoes?" He replied, "I returned to Allah barefoot. I never want to forget that moment of awakening." Bishr spent his days in remembrance of Allah, his nights in worship, and his moments in silence, humility, and wisdom. His presence would move hearts. Just seeing him would bring people to tears. 5. Chapter: From Earth to Heaven. One day a man said to him, "Bishr, you're a great man. From wine to sainthood. What a journey!" Bishr answered with tears, "I am nothing. Allah is great. He accepted someone like me. That's the real miracle." His humility became legendary. Despite his status as a beloved saint, he never saw himself above others. He remembered the past, not with shame, but with gratitude, for it led him to repentance. Closing reflections. Dear listeners, what does this story teach us? It teaches us that one small act, done with sincerity, can open the doors of Allah's mercy. Bishr's journey began with a single moment of reverence, honoring the name of Allah, and from that moment on, his life became a testament to divine love and forgiveness. No one is too far gone. The door of repentance is always open. May Allah grant us hearts that recognize His signs and feet that walk the path back to Him. Peace be upon you.